He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Nine ball top number hit you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. He wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. TG from Kilmarnock Town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Just for fun, we'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Well, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. Welcome to Brain Fill Out. We're here tonight for, what is it? Is it a round 2 match? Again, I haven't been paying any attention. It probably is. It's Albinario from Sweden up against Larry from the USA in a race to 200 in the 2026 Virtual Straight Pool World Championships. Just to cover a match that went on earlier tonight, we had the one lost side match. It's there somewhere between Preacher and Viking, and that was a race to 150. And as you can see, Preacher sort of fell over the line, 150 points to 145. So he's through to survive another round on that one lost side. If we have a quick look at the schedule, we have this match coming up. And of course, now you should be aware that as of this morning, I'm now on my 2 days off. I've got the rest of tonight, and then I've got Wednesday, Thursday off and back to work on Friday. And tomorrow we've got another very interesting match. We have Acero from Japan up against Tommy, and that goes ahead, curiously enough, at a more reasonable time, I would suggest, for Acero, because it goes off at 11 a.m. my time tomorrow, and I will definitely be around for that. And then we have Cobra against Soft Break. That goes ahead on Saturday at 12 noon. Now, I mentioned that the other night. I will not be there for that one, simply because at 12 noon on Saturday, I will still have half an hour of my shift to go at work. So I won't be around for that on Saturday. And then finally, we have MC Clarkey up against Interchange X, and that goes ahead next Sunday at, I think that's 7 p.m, and I should be around for that one. In fact, I should be around for it unless Slim fancies doing it, because I believe Slim's off on Sundays and Mondays, so I don't have to hog everything here, Slim. But the matches between Albie and Larry and Acero and Tommy, I can certainly do purely for convenience. So we'll see how things go. Well, I was having a quick look on my channel now. Approximately 6 years ago, round about 6 years ago, we had a final with Cobra and Larry, and that was the nightmare scenario that Larry had in the straight pool. That is the straight pool final. Larry had control of that match. Now, don't forget that that particular tournament was run on the normal pockets, the ones that Steve at the time said were more generous. Pockets weren't quite as tight on straight pool pockets, straight pool tables as they were in normal tournament tables. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Larry had that match well within his grasp. And then, if you remember, and I've never let Larry forget about it, he rolled a ball, never got it to a pocket, and let Cobra in, and Cobra stole it from him in the end. So that's a nightmare scenario. That's as close as Larry's come to winning a title in Virtual Pool 4. And that's 6 years ago, and 6 years has flown by, because I remember that loud and clear, that incident. Anyway, that's me prattling on. Let me have a quick tab out. Good afternoon, good evening to Steve.
Good afternoon, good evening.
Now, I need to do something straight away with you. Have you got your, well, you can tab to your browser for VP4. I need you to do something to rectify something that's been disturbing me ever since I seen it, that is. I need you to type in the name in the search in VP4 so you can find this guy. I'm just going to bring VP4 up my phone. because this still hasn't been dealt with. And I'm thinking for the actual welfare of people like Stubb in this situation, because he could get quite upset with this, I think. Right, I need you to type in Z for Z or Z for Z, IMB for Bertie, EX. Type in Zimbex and you'll find the guy who's got a name called Zimbex VP4. He is gratis, and we need you to deal with a situation.
So it's another, I don't know where that country is, probably African.
As according to somebody the other night there, it was down, what's the one that had, what's his name in charge? Right down in the bottom of South Africa. Zimbabwe, I think that's where they said where it was.
Yeah, well, I don't know why, but we get a lot of people from Africa, you know, with bad pictures or racist names, or, you know, I don't know what's going on down there.
Well, there's still burned people down there for being gay. Don't forget, it's a pretty backward set up in some of those countries. But anyway, I did mention the other night there, having seen that picture. Well, he's definitely not African. That was one. That was the one conclusion I came to looking at the picture. It wasn't a local person. But anyway, that's him dealt with. Right. How long have we got? We can't have that long until this. In fact, the room is up, so let's get in. They're probably lagged off. In fact, Larry has been put in to break, so Albinario won the lag. So off we go.
And yeah, having the break's definitely a disadvantage in this game.
We could discuss VP4 matters as the evening goes on. Now that we've got you cornered. That was weird the other day for a start. First time I'd ever seen that in Virtual Pool 4.
Oh, did somebody already ban him? He's already been banned. Somebody already banned him.
Yeah, but they obviously couldn't. They couldn't deal with his profile, I don't think.
Yeah, well, I can deal with that.
Right. Well. That I'm not sure. I missed that there because I was looking at my phone to see if the chat was working, and Larry's back in here, so I think Albie's missed a pot. Not quite sure whether Larry's got a follow-up pot here either.
This should be an interesting match because
no, he's locked up.
You know, Larry's been playing a little better, I think, but obviously playing Albin's tough. Albin's definitely the favorite here, but I think Larry's got a chance. He may need a little help from Albin. I'm not sure he can really shoot at anything here. So
no, he can have a go at that 12 ball or whatever ball it is he's looking at, but that's the only thing he's got a sight of.
Yeah, and he did not make it, and so Albin's got a pretty good table here.
See, again, why did he have to feel that he had to go for that? Why didn't he just take the hit and lock in the pack and leave Albie to make a decision? He's just sold out there, giving Albie a start.
Yeah, but unless you can move it in the pack where you're going to have something better, or you're just taking a foul isn't good enough. You got to get something where you shifted things around. Maybe you got a kick shot out of the pack. Or, maybe you got some kind of safe.
Where's the cue ball
not
going?
Wonderful, but is better than what you had.
Well, Albie's got away with that one.
See, if you play one pocket, taking a foul is very effective a lot of times. I mean, that's done all the time. But in straight pool, it's not that effective because of the 3 foul rule. And, if the other guy doesn't like the position, he's just going to, he can just foul back and leave it in the same place.
Well, the high run for the tournament is 92, which Cobra has got, but I think we had a couple of 40s or 50s from Silent but Deadly the other night, and that's really been about it.
Well, these pockets being a little tighter are definitely make it more difficult to get high runs. And, you know, say the same thing I did for the tighter pockets for the 10 ball tournament is that, you know, these aren't those pockets. These are normal tournament, but they're tighter than what we played before with normal. And just becomes more important to move the cue ball well. If you're going to leave yourself funny angles and long shots, you're going to miss eventually.
Oh, good evening to Slim. Well, do you want to know the current eye situation, Slim? The left eye is now completely closed. I can force the eyelid to open up a little bit, but it doesn't want to. So it's closed for protection for whatever reason. I don't know.
Well,
we
he's
can
got
see
some issues here. Obviously, he's got one combo that's easy. He's got some other combos that aren't so easy.
Yeah, but that 8-ball's handy. I mean, as long as he keeps the 8-ball there, he's got a very good opportunity to do a bit of banging if he wants to.
The 8-ball, the 14-ball, he's got plenty of balls he can get to it with. So he's playing for this combo right now. And if he just stops it, I think he might have.
No, he's actually playing the 13, I think. I think he's playing the 13. Is that the 13 or the 11?
He can get to that. It's a 13.
Yeah.
And that was a little out of control.
Right. Well, I do think that he did try to. Well, again, why would you try to move something when there is pretty much a stone dead bank? He's now going to have to bail out in the 8-ball, I think.
You know, there were easier ways. He could have shot the combo and then shot the 14 and ran into those. I mean, you know, now he's having to get rid of his 8-ball, which was kind of one of those balls that was in a good spot when you ran into the cluster.
Who did I say was at the table? I'm watching Albinario. Right, hang on a minute. Let me leave the room just in case we are out of sync here.
Really? If you're out of sync, I'm out of sync too.
Yeah, you're right enough. It is. It is Larry. It's at the table. That's weird.
Well, I was out too. Interesting.
That is weird. So anyway, Larry's in a run of 8, and Albie's in 1. I presume that's the right score now, guys. Just as well you said that. I'd be sitting here all night looking at the wrong bloody player. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was that was just kind of forced. Hit that a little easier, and you can spin it down into that 2-ball.
Well, I think he's sitting as good as he's ever going to be now to take this out. Is he going to play the cut and come across? Or there's something about this he doesn't like. There's something about this he doesn't like.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You got to miss the 14. You need maybe just a teeny bit of left English. Should come straight across.
Well, that'll
do it.
And how is he for a break shot? Well, he just bumped it right into spot. Yeah.
So he'll probably play to the 14 here. 1 or 2 rails.
That was Albinario that said that in the stream. What's Albinario doing in the stream?
And that's pretty good. You're going to have to draw this back, and then you just don't want to get the wrong angle on the 7. Like that.
Yeah, he's going to have to run rails here now.
Yeah, see, that's crappy. And now, now it becomes hard to get onto the break ball. You got to get the line and the speed right.
I mean, the ideal shot you're looking to get onto a break ball is like a stop shot or just a little stun and a little bit of run, and that's about it. You don't want to be moving a cue ball, period, if you can help it. So now when you start having to move, you're ending up getting this distance for a start. You could be stuck in the rail.
Yeah. Well, obviously a stop shot's good. You know, a lot of times I like leaving break balls that are up table and, you know, coming down table because you can come down on a kind of a less steep line and it's hard to get really bad. I mean, gotta be a little careful here about the scratch.
Well, there you go. That's a cut of the pocket, caught Larry out. But Albinario watches the stream to stay awake.
And you know, that was all caused by how he got on the
break
7
shot.
ball.
Well, to get to that break shot, yeah. And I think Larry might have almost got away with this here, I think.
But
I think he might have. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's got the 4, the pink 12.
The one sitting right in front of the pocket, you mean?
Yeah, the one I couldn't see. I was looking to see whether it was stuck on top of the yellow there.
But the thing is, Larry didn't play a bad shot to get to that break ball. And I'll tell you why. He left himself a lot of distance, but playing that line he played guaranteed him a decent shot on the break ball. He could have tried to get closer to the break ball so he didn't have the distance, but he would have been coming across the line more. So given where he ended up on the 7, I thought, you know, the play he made to get on the break ball was reasonable. You know, his problem was where he was on the 7.
Well, this is just a little bit busy where Albie's working here, and he's having to be careful with the cue ball just so he doesn't stick himself onto something here.
But this is like, you know, a lot of straight pull drills are like this. You know, you don't want to bump balls hard. Just little gentle things like that. Everything under control. You really don't have to move balls because they're all spread out. It's just tight.
14, 9. I push the 5 ball. So there's 3 choices, at least 3 choices for break balls in the conventional sense. You've even got a break ball at the back of the pack. A couple of them. If things go haywire.
If he's going to shoot the 8 and then the 4 next, well, he's not shooting the 4 next now. I'm not sure what his plan was because he could have just stopped and shot the 4 and ran into the 15, which is what I thought he'd do. But, you know, most really good straight pull players don't shoot a whole lot of balls up table. I'm not saying it never happens. It's just not too many.
Right, so we've still got the sort of 3 balls that I thought would be prospective break balls. They're still in place. The obvious issue in this left side as we look is the 9 and the 11. There has to be a commitment there.
And he has to get the 13 ball out of the way so he can shoot those. I guess the 9 will go by. The 5 certainly doesn't.
He's going into the side.
But, you know, as a little puzzle, when you look at the puzzle, and, you know, that's fine. That's a good shot, actually, because it gets rid of his problems. So he's got 2 break balls to choose from.
Now, you would think that he would use one to get to the other break ball, if you know what I mean. You know, one of the 2 options he has, because that then means there's less movement of the cue ball to get there, I would assume. I would think it's this and then it's going to be the 4.
Yeah, and, you know, I like going 2 rails around the back of it to get on these kind of break shots because you can just roll the ball. So I don't like having to draw it. So, see, that's a good spot because you can go forward and go 2 rails and run out, and it's pretty hard not to get a good shot on the 14.
He wants to get this around the angles, though. He doesn't want to leave this too short, too much of a cutback. Well,
Yeah, and that's fine.
It's getting there, but I would have liked to have been parallel with that 14 ball.
Well,
for a wee bit more comfort.
More old school, this is the perfect angle. Nowadays, guys play.
He's catching everybody out.
Nowadays, guys play less angle than that, but if you watch a guy play from the 50s, 60s, you know, you'll see him play that kind of angle all the time.
Well, Albinario's contribution 14. So this is very much up for grabs here. Whoever can stick something decent together, maybe early on, can certainly ramp up the pressure.
Larry needs, you know, he needs a little help. So looking at the table, the 5-9 is an issue. In general, you know, you want to get balls that are near the rails early. But it's a pretty good table. He's already got a break ball with the 4. He doesn't have to make one if he doesn't want to.
Now, did he play the 6 next to get that out of there? I mean, he's got perfect angle to drop behind the 6.
Yeah, the only problem with playing the 6 is, you know, what's your shot after the 6? You know, running into the 2, you know, you'd have a thin slice on the 7 maybe. Maybe you can shoot one of those other balls if you go forward. I mean, that's
if he goes high enough, he can go around the corner. Well, he's not doing that for a start. I think he tried for a bump there and he never got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing, but this is not where you want to leave it.
The break ball you spoke about, Steve, that's about to go.
It's going bye-bye. But, you know, there's plenty of other balls. You can make another one.
And he's going to do a nudge of some description. And the cue ball's going loose.
Where's the cue ball going?
And there you go. That's what happens. As soon as it goes loose, you're taking a big risk.
Well, I will say this, you know, he didn't have to hit it that hard. I mean, was that a bad roll? Yeah. I mean, that was, you know, funny collision and ball scratch. I mean, no one could predict that. But the harder you hit it, the more chance something like that's going to happen.
Well, the fact that he missed that initial hit in those 2 balls on the left side, it was trying to free up. He tried to get a bump in them and never got it. So Albinario's still got that to deal with. I don't know whether he can actually pot the 9 right now. He had a quick look, I think, but let's have a look. He could have potted that 9. He can certainly do it now if he wants. That's perfect on it if he wants to roll it in.
Yeah, and I think this is a great time to shoot it.
Well, Larry is now going to be sitting there counting up the cost of that miss, or that scratch, I should say. It might not be as severe as times gone by when the pockets were easier, but we'll soon find out.
So I don't know if any of you guys have heard, but John Schmidt made a run a week ago on March 10th of 820 balls.
That never made any headlines, Steve. I never seen anything. So that beats, what's his face, didn't it?
Yep. I haven't watched it. I mean, it's a, I have not watched the video. I don't, you know, I don't know what kind of table it was. I'm sure it was not a very tight table, but, you know, the one Shaw had run on was ridiculously loose, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was like that.
Oh, but, I'm just surprised nothing popped up my Facebook. I've never seen anything.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. John Schmidt is a better straight pull player than Jason Shaw. I mean, I don't know if John Schmidt is as good a pull player as Jason Shaw, but he's better at straight pull. I mean, that's, you know, as far as understanding the game. I don't think he's the kind of shot maker Jason Shaw is.
I wonder how long that took. What, 3-4 hours or more? It must have took a while.
Yeah, I mean, he plays fast like Shaw does. Maybe not quite as fast as Shaw, but he's a fast player.
Well, this is not a bad line here to just either, well, I presume he's staying inside here. Inside nearer the rail, as I call it.
Yeah. Now, you got to make sure he's going to have to hit this hard. You got to make sure you hit it in the pocket, and he did. I mean, you hit the side rail, or you hit into the cushion on the end rail, the face. It may not go down when you're hitting it that hard.
So Albie's off and running.
Yeah, and the balls are spreading very nice. I mean, as far as balls spreading out on a break shot, that's pretty good. With the angle he had to get them spread that good is pretty good. So he is going to have to pick through this, though. I mean, there's a lot of balls blocking each other. You got a bunch of pairs, 4, 5, 3, 6, 13, 15, and those kind of ball pairs. Well, the things you kind of got to work through. Now, this is perfect to just go over and bump the 3 a little.
Right on the money to get rid of that 5.
He's going to bump this 3 ball just a little, I think. Or he could bump the 6. I would bump the 3 out, make a little better break ball out of it. Just like that. Yeah. See, now he's got another break ball. So, really, he's just got to get to the 13, 15 somehow. Can you shoot him up table? Yep. Now, you got to be a little careful here if you're going to run into him off the 6. Because you don't want to get behind the 15, and he's looking like he's going to decide to do something else, which I don't blame him. That the thing about straight pool is you'll see these shots and you're like, danger, Will Robinson. I shouldn't shoot this, and a lot of us do, and I'm on this list is we decide to shoot them anyways, and you're better off having some patience and waiting.
Right. Well, I presume he's taking the 10 because he can then, if he wants to, he can stun across and get a nudge.
Well, the 10's a little bit safer to take because he's going to have the 2 or the 1. He'll probably have the 13 or 15. So the 10 is much safer than the shot he had before.
Yeah, he's now going to be hampered.
Yeah. Well, worst case is he had the 2 ball, and
Well, there's a big bailout up table. I don't know whether that's a bit easier because he's looking at the 2, but I mean, he's got the bailout in the 1 ball. If he has to. Seems determined to take the 2.
Shot. I will say this: when you get those kind of shots, when you're going to run into those balls, you really need to look at them and plan how you're going to run into them. And maybe he did that and just didn't hit them the way he wanted to, or they did something he didn't expect. But if you got those kind of situations, don't just run into them and hope. Plan something, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But just taking flyers at them is a sure formula for running into issues. Now, see, me personally, I would rather have the 1 ball to the 3 than that 12. And the reason why is you get a little funny angle on that 12, and all of a sudden it gets hard to get on the 3 well. So
yeah, I think this is harder work doing this.
Yeah. Now he's going to have to roll this. Now in real life, that makes the shot a lot harder. In VP, you can still get away with it.
Well, that'll do nicely.
Yeah. Now I think he'll probably draw this one off the 3. And he's probably going to hit the bottom part of the 7. So yeah. And that's pretty good.
Well, you notice how all those balls went to the left long rail and the short rail at the back, but they've all come back to the pack.
Yeah, and
you see how the ball just run back to, just check the replay what's there.
Yeah, sometimes hitting them not quite so hard is better. Sometimes hitting them really hard is better. I mean, it did seem like a lot of balls came back together there.
Yeah, this is going to be harder work. I mean, he can do.
I mean, this is a good opportunity right now is to move some balls, shoot to 7 and move some balls.
Yeah, but I was looking at the 4 there, thinking he could do it off that, but he can't.
No, but the 7's sitting perfect. 7 run into the 14. I would try to hold it right there. You're probably going to have a shot in the 13. And he's going to go this way. And that's going to work well for him. That got everything split up. So
right. Well, now you get rid of the 8, get rid of the 6. If you come round the back, that opens those 2 balls into that pocket. I would assume that'd be an option. 8 ball, then 6 ball, right in the middle.
yeah, I mean I'm sure that's what he's doing. He's on a run of 30 right now, and this rack looks very good. He's got a break ball on the 9.
Mm-hmm.
He's
It's
got a
all
break
set
ball
up
on the
pretty
14.
well. Set up pretty good.
I think he was planning on shooting a 7 next, but that's not what
Well,
happened.
the other thing is he's got these 2 balls down table that should allow him a good opportunity to get good on that break ball.
Yeah, he's going to use the 9 as a break. He's going to shoot the 14 now, probably shoot the 15 next. He's a little funny angle on this, so he's looking at other balls. You could shoot this and run into the 15 if you don't like it, and you're probably going to have a shot on the 15. That's a ball you're probably going to get a shot on. Well, he was able to hold it, so that's really the best way to play it if you can do that.
I think he's going short. He's going short.
Now that's kind of the silly one. Well, he's got the 7 ball, so he's okay.
Yeah. That's why it's so easy to just get yourself, out of line. Try to keep concentrating. I think he's blocked himself off there as well. I'm not sure whether he's played specifically for the one. He might have actually tried to get rid of one of those balls at that end of the table, but
well, that's why those danger Will Robinson shots, like he could have been in trouble there if he locked wrong on that 9. You got to be real careful about locking yourself against other balls. Kind of recognize those situations.
Now he's going to deal with it. Then take that one into the side, and that'll be an easy hold for the break shot. Well, I don't know whether Cobra's around tonight. Cobra's maybe busy working late or whatever, but he won't be panicking yet. I'll be still a fair bit away from that high run.
That's a good shot. This is a perfect angle. And so he's going to leave a little more angle, and I kind of like that.
I don't.
Well, if you are comfortable with these shots, he's going to get more speed in the rack without having to hit the 9 ball as hard. And that's really well done. See,
I think he's got his eye in.
He's
got his eye in.
But see, you got a little more angle. He went forward. And look what happened with the rack. Look how well it spread.
This is actually a much, much better rack than the last one. You look at the way these are set up. This is just a through the eye of a needle every time. Just pick them off. Well, already you would think he's looking at a possible 3 ball. Could you work with that 8 ball at the corner of the pack? It's a bit tightish, I don't know. 3 ball looks good to me, or any of those 2 there if it came to a desperate situation. The 2 or the 11 if you really had to.
Yeah, I like the 3 ball. 8 ball's another potential break ball, but the 3 is.
Well, I think it's good with it.
One.
When that one's sitting out there like a sore thumb, you can't miss it. So that's the one that if you have set that in your mind right from the off at the beginning of the rack, then you've got a sort of clear roadmap of where you're not going to go. That is, to start interfering near that 3 ball. You're just going to tick off the problem situations, if there are any potential ones, which there's not really. It's all about cue ball. Now, does he want to run this 8 ball in and come up and bump the 7 just so he can get rid of one of these. No, maybe the angle wasn't as good.
Yeah, I wouldn't bumped it. I'd maybe shoot it up table.
He should certainly be thinking about that, like now, which I think that's what he's got his mind on. Although I'm not sure whether he wanted to be playing the 1 first, but 6.5 a dozen, isn't it?
You know, I mean, that happens a lot in straight pool where you land a certain way and you shoot a different ball than you were gonna.
Yeah, as long as you've got a game plan and you get back onto it ASAP, he's still going to look at getting behind this 7 to get it out of his mind. Well, he's checking this up with the left English. He's wanting to come inside here, get rid of one of them, probably the 2.
Yeah,
and he might go to the VP4 escape route here for this 7 ball.
He probably wishes he wasn't straight in on the 2.
Yeah, that's where he's going. He's headed downtown. So, critical situation coming up. The usual one at the end of every rack. Getting good, and he's got no excuse really not to get good this time. He's just going to roll this into the side. Yep, as long as he hasn't gone too far.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So Larry's punishment is still being administered. It's cost him 53 so far.
A little less angle. He's going to hit this hard. And you notice the rack doesn't come apart as good. And a lot of that's just, you know, the angle.
Well, he got a bonus ball in the break, and look at the work he's got ahead now.
Yeah, he may just go forward into the 9-14 here.
Yeah, and the other thing is that 7 ball sitting perfect. He can get rid of that. I mean, when you think about it, the 15 goes once all of these balls are cleared out the way. The 7 ball can allow you to play a little nudge. Well, he's played a little nudge now. And I'm thinking, did he really need to play a little nudge now? Because he's actually left it a bit more awkward with that nudge.
Yep. And he had a lot of options. You could have been more patient. Like you said, the 7 ball was sitting right there next to him.
I don't think he needed to do that, in all honesty. He's actually created another problem with that 2 and 7.
But I think that's, you know, that's kind of a human nature thing, is not to be patient. I mean... Anybody who's played this game has done that, where you're like, oh, I'll just get it right now, when you'd be better off being patient and getting someplace else.
Mm-hmm. I suppose the sort of, is it an unwritten rule or is it a written rule? You know, dealing with situations as quickly as you can or as soon as the opportunity arises, maybe.
I mean, some opportunities are better than others. If you got a way to get on it that you know you're going to spread them nice, maybe make a break ball, can't get in a bad spot, then, you know, you can work towards that.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, it's a maturity thing with this game, is learning when, you know, you need to go and when you can wait.
I mean, I'm not a straight pool player, but I didn't think he had to make that move as soon as he did. But anyway, you know, he's done it. He's got the situation dealt with. Is that 15 ball a break ball? Is it out of the pack?
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect. So again, he's
I don't know that it's a matter
here.
Of waiting as much as this opportunity to break it is, you know, less controlled, more likely to have problems than this other one that I can get to easily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes you got to move balls because, you know, you're not going to be able to get to them that easy later either. So you might as well.
Well, we would assume that it will either be the 1 ball into the side to get to the 15, because that looks plumb, or the 4. Either of them, I think, could be well worked to get there and make his life very simple to get a good break shot.
The problem with the 1 is there's no real easy way to get good on it. So, and if you're rolling a ball around and you get the wrong angle, and all of a sudden things get tough.
Well, let's see. See, he's left himself short there to get the 1 in the side, hasn't he?
See, you can shoot the 1 in the corner where you're going to shoot the 15 and where that 4 is, that's actually probably easier shot to get to.
And now he's come down. I'm not sure whether he played specifically for the 4, but now he's in between.
Now he's funny, but I think he'll shoot the 4 and just come across and get straight on the 1 because it's natural. You just make the 4, and it's going to come across. It's going to run at probably. Yeah, he's not going to do that. And
this looks good.
I like having balls up table like this. I mean, even this angle, even though this angle isn't wonderful, it's still, when the ball's up table, it's very easy to get a good shot on the break ball.
Yeah, he's good enough to get this in reasonable line, you would think.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Trying to get on that 1 ball straight in the side, that can be a problem unless you got like a ball you can shoot where you're just stopping it. I'm
saying perfect. Would you want a wee bit more angle in this than normal? No, he's got a hit. He's got them open a wee bit. And he's got a shot, which is basically all you want. You want a start. So he's got that. Do you think he wants to tidy this up straight away here? This at the back of the pack.
Well, you're going to want to work those balls out of there for sure.
12 ball or 11 ball, if it comes to it, could be the break shots. But I'd be more interested in tidying up this mess here.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to go someplace else right now.
Well, I think he wants to get down there fairly rapidly. I mean, that would suggest he'd be taking the 11 ball to get there. If he's want to get to where the 7 ball is, he wants to roll through in the 11. But I'm not quite sure he's made his mind up what he wants to do. But I don't like the idea of them balls hanging around there.
No, and the thing about, you can shoot the 12, but I'll tell you what the problem with that is you can pile balls on top of that 1-7. You're better off getting rid of those before you start aggressively moving any balls there that are clustered.
I could bump the 1 just to hold for the 9. Just like that. He's going a bit straight though.
Yeah. He's going to maybe shoot a ball up table. He's looking at the 13.
Yeah, I mean, he's fortunate he's got that as a bailout because he just finished that bit too straight in this 9. I mean, he could tweak the cue ball a bit and start running it, but you don't really want to.
If he's going to shoot the 13, I think he'll just stop the ball and shoot the 1 next.
Yeah. Needs to jack up. Now he's not convinced either way. He's back looking at this 9. Trying to sneak behind the 1.
He can get to the 2 here. Oh, he's still another one.
Needs to spin it. He's got a wee bit of English on it.
Yeah, another little funny angle.
A wee bit of touch of bottom left English just pushes the cue ball that direction. So that's my panic over as far as the mess at the back of the stack goes. He's dealt with that. Now the real hard work starts in getting this tidied up. And he's right in the middle, I think. Can he get that 13?
I think he got there.
Well, he's going to nudge the 3, no doubt about that. And that obviously, if he can get that out of the way and potted, that breaks open.
Well, you can shoot the 8 into the same pocket. Stop it there. Yep, that's what he's doing. Or that. He's at the 3 or the 8, and he's good.
So
I think he'll shoot like the 8 right now first.
14, obviously, to get to this break shot.
But what do I know? He's going to shoot the 3.
Or is it the 14? No, it's a bloody 10 ball.
And I'm not sure why he did that. I'm not sure why he didn't just shoot the 8, bump the 14, because this is nobody's favorite shot on the rail, even in VP.
Well, now he's just slightly the wrong side of the 8 ball, is he? No, I think he's fine. He can just roll through. He can still be on it. Well,
Yep, and that's a nice angle because he doesn't have to draw this. He'll just use English. This is how you control the speed. Just English only. See that?
once this
No
break
draw.
shot gets played, Cobra might start to panic about his high run. We could be, well, I'm not going to jinx. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth well and truly closed. Cue ball comes down to the bottom end of the table. He's got a pot. Whether he wants to take the one into the side or the 11 into the top left-hand corner as we look. I think that's what he's maybe doing. Or is it? What did he call there? I thought I saw him go to call something and then he bailed out in it.
Well, he's either going to shoot the 14 or the 13 here, I think. The 4
Did
ball
I say
goes, so the 13's kind of just roll it down there and shoot the 4 next.
Did I say good evening to Slim? Anyway, good evening to Slim. I can't remember
You
whether
did.
I did or I didn't. It's getting to that time of night where the brain starts to shut down. So he did get rid of the 11. I was too busy looking at my phone there. Right, so we need to have a quick study at where the break shot is. 11 ball looks highly nominated, as does the 3. So there's 2 prime balls there that might not necessarily be there by the end of the rack, but
Either
he
one
has
will
a
work.
choice. Yeah.
They're a little tight to the rack. I mean, I prefer having balls a little further from the rack because it's a little easier to control the cue ball. But both of those will work.
Right, well, I'd still then be thinking, right, how are we getting to this 7 and 9 ball? Because that's a situation we don't want to hang around too long. And, well, he's looked at the 11. I'm not sure whether he was wanting a shorter angle or, that side where he could maybe nudge the 7 and 9 when he pots this 11. He's gone too straight.
You got to be a little
He
bit
can
careful
go forward,
here.
though.
You got to be a little bit careful here if you're going to bump balls.
He's played the big stunt.
Yeah, because things weren't guaranteed to come out good there. And
well, he can
he's
cut the
still
5.
okay, but I mean, that move, that was one of those Dangerous Robinson moves where something could go wrong.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's any other choice. Thin cut in the 5, cue ball running loose, could glance off a ball, scratch the side. Anything can happen here. Loose cue ball alert. He's missed the pot and Cobra can breathe again. The run ends in 87 and more importantly for Larry, that's 87 points worth of punishment for Larry's mistake on his last visit. That's a big penalty to pay. So now Larry's, well, not only has he got a problem with the deficit, he's got a problem on the table that he has to deal with. And a big task of getting back into this match. And there's still plenty of time to do it. And no better time than now.
Or the 15 or the 3 are all reasonable break balls. 15's going right now to try to clear his problems up there. And that was a bit of an unfortunate double kiss there. Because his problems did not really get cleared up there.
Double commentator jinx. What did we say that caused the jinx?
So he needs to get to where he's got a shot on this 1 ball, and I think he does. Once he gets his 1 ball down, he should be okay.
Did we actually say anything there to jinx Albinario, Steve? I don't recall us saying anything to jinx him. We're getting the blame for the run ending.
Yeah, well, all I said was that was a Dangerous Robinson moment trying to break those out. And he did come out funny, and then it did end up. It's not my fault he made that choice.
More importantly, I thought that I'm sure it was the 11 ball he was on, I thought he was going to run forward and check it so he could spin into those balls and open them in the rail, but maybe he didn't like that option, but he went his option and it cost him. So, definitely nothing to do with me and Steve.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't have done the exact same thing he did, But
I mentioned.
I just recognize that situation could go south.
No, I'm getting the blame because I mentioned high run.
Oh,
Right.
well.
So
I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. I mean, I guess he's going to use a 9-ball for a break ball. I don't really like that.
Slim's getting the blame as well. Oh dear, Tom's gunning for us tonight. He's blaming Slim as well. Steve is innocent. Not often you get that compliment, Steve. Steve's to blame. He's to blame for everything in VP4. He's getting let off the hook tonight.
Hey, I get blamed for enough stuff, so you guys should take some blame. So now you gotta be a little careful here. I think he's okay, but
that was
an
hour ago I said
break
that.
shot.
That was a while ago I said that, Slim. I'm off the hook. That was well out of context. Well, here's the old hit and run here. Cue ball coming off the pack, running down the table towards us. He's got a shot. That's all you want.
You got it to come up table, which is really what you want to do there. Come up table some and don't scratch.
But he's got an opportunity where he'll probably get rid of a break ball, but he can do damage with this stack that's here. And that's the way this layout is here. I mean, you might have an opportunity at the back of the pack here to actually do a bit of bumping, but I think right now, if he plays the 4 and comes around and gets a higher angle than that 3, he can blitz these balls straight away.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could run into the 10-2 here if you want, because you got the 4 sitting there, 14 sitting there, but it really wasn't a great angle to move balls. Because
I'm not 100% certain whether this is exactly what he's played for. It looks like it. I don't know whether he.
Well, again, you could shoot the 7 here. You know, having a 14 here, is there some danger there? Yeah, if you hit it wrong, you could still get yourself in trouble.
Right. Well, he's getting rid of the block one. Well, it's partially blocked in the pocket. I would suggest that 12. He's getting rid of it now. And then, of course, the other thing is that 11 ball at the back of the stack doesn't go. So it doesn't go into the other corner pocket. I thought it did there for a minute until I went down.
The problem with shooting all these balls back here, especially the 14, is that those are balls that are escape balls when you try to break those balls from the back.
Yeah.
And so if you're breaking from above or using a 3, like the 3 in the side to break or a 3 in the corner to break, it's not an issue. But if you're breaking from below that 14 ball, you need that there.
Yeah, the other thing now is he's on this 7. I don't know whether he can hold the cue ball and get anything on this 14. This is too high an angle.
I think he can get into it. And this is pretty safe, actually. And he's not going to do it. Because coming at an angle, it's, you know.
He's now on the shot I was talking about. The problem is that's his break ball. If he wants to take it, and I think he's going to be forced into dealing with it right now.
I think there's a pretty good chance the 5 will pop out as a break ball. You got to hit the 6 the right way when you come into it. The thing is you can't really baby this. You're going to have to hit this.
Well, he needs something good to happen. Now,
and
is that
the 5 ball
did
not pop out far enough.
No, didn't get there. Right. But, well, it could be a similar break to his last one off the, from inside in the middle of the table, cutting a 15.
The 14's not a bad break ball. The 10's doable.
Yeah, back of the pack though. Flat back pack, Steve. Willie Thornton was always against that.
In straight pull, you end up playing break shots from the back like that. I don't see people in VP do it that much, but I mean, it's not really all that bad a break shot.
Well, I would think it's not that bad as long as you're hitting like the corner 2 balls rather than the centre of the pack. Because there's always a risk of it sticking, is there not?
No, not usually. I mean,
because there's a lot of weight in the actual rack of balls for you to hit a ball into the back of that stack.
You're going to go forward and drive it, either with, could be either English, depending on where you're going into the pack. From this side, you know, if you're on the shorter side of the 14, you'd be going forward with right English. If you're on the other side, you might be also going forward to right English and coming around 3 rails. It kind of depends on where the ball is you're breaking.
Well, I wonder if he's committed to the 15 ball here right now or the 14. This one ball still lying in the other rail, so
I'd be
everything's
playing
up
for
in the
the
air at the
14
moment.
here, and I'd be using the 15 to get on it, play from that side.
Well, you couldn't get any easier to get on it there, could you? It's perfect for that. So,
and the 14 ball is sitting. You might be able to go forward to left English on the 14. I think, you know, it's most players would probably use right English and try to come around 3 rails.
So the assumption now is one ball up the table over for the 15, and then, you know, back of the pack for the 14. That's the plan. Just got to get himself squarish on this 14 ball, or parallel if you want to call it something like that.
Well, the more angle
shorter.
you have, the more chance you're going forward and driving through.
Well, he's got there.
From here, I think you want to hit this with right English and go 3 rails, because he's coming into like the end balls, and typically, yeah, and that's what he's going to do.
Cue ball's running loose.
Really hard.
Where's the cue ball going?
And the cue ball's on the table. Got a shot, or has he got a shot?
He does have a shot. See, the rack didn't break as good as it could. Like, that's why the other side of the 14 was a little better, because you were going more into the meat of the racks, and he went into the end balls, and that's why he's got a lot of balls still sitting there in the triangle.
Well, he's I think, is he hampered? No, he isn't. But I mean, you want something a wee bit more straight in and playing a cut for shot. But
that's straight pulley. That's going to happen to you a lot. But the rack is certainly workable. I mean, he's got the fact that 212 tied up kind of sucks, because especially right now, he could get a shot on the 11, and I think he still may take that. He's got to get it off the rail if he's going to do that, because you're going to have to draw the ball. He could also stop it and shoot to 8.
I think you're doing what you're saying.
I don't like this though, because he didn't get off the rail. Yeah, he's going to hit this easy. There's not really a break shot here. I mean, he'll rub the ball. Okay, he jacked it up. So he was able to jack it up. Like in real life, you probably want to be off the rail there, but in VP, can get away with that more.
He's got to cut the 8 now and get the nudge, hasn't he? I mean, this is a perfect opportunity. He might not get it again. He's looking around, but I think you've got to play the cut and do the little bump.
I think it's sitting good for it. In real life, you may not if you had to table stretch, you know. But you don't have that problem in VP. And he's looking like he's going to wait. I don't think that's a horrible decision. I mean, there's plenty of time to get to those balls.
Well, let's have a look at those balls. Are they set? No, they're nowhere near set. I thought they might be set, and that's why he's refusing it. He might have been playing a combo, but he's not going to be doing that.
He's going to run into them right now. He's going to shoot the 13 and bump the 2. You'd really rather hit the 2 than the 12.
And that'll do. That's the problem. Crisis over. Now it's about committing to that break ball, and of course these 3 balls in the bottom half of the table as we look, they're all going to allow him an opportunity to get there one way or another.
Slim's quoting you, Hugh.
Yeah, as I said, that was like 10 minutes before he actually broke down. So it was.
I think you said it more than once. Well, that was not a very good shot there, because this is not where you wanted to put the cue ball. Luckily, he's got a shot.
That's the advantage of having a bailout down table, isn't it? So you can always do the emergency escape route when you've got enough balls still on the table. So again, we're not really sure what he's committed to here. I'm assuming it's the 1 ball, but the 5 ball, you know, it's there as well, but it's quite a bit away, isn't it? It's near the top of the pack. I think the 1 ball's favourite. Now, going back to what you're mentioning before, Steve, there's the 8 ball right in the middle of the pack here and 2 balls to get to a break shot. I mean, that could be a nominated option if it comes to it. So we'll see what he does. He might like that better, seeing as he got away with it the last time.
Well, I think he's going to be using the 1 as a break ball. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Well, now it's tidy up time then. Get rid of all of those at the top end of the table. Don't be bumping the 1. He bumped it further away. Not to make a dramatic difference, so. Oh, good afternoon to run out, Rob.
Now, see, again, if it's me, the shot I want before the 1 is not the 15, it's the 3. Why? Because where the 3's sitting, you can just run straight down the table at the 1. I mean, it's simple. Where the 15's sitting, you might have to do something depending on the angle you got.
Yeah,
so
you might have to
if
go
it's
2
me,
rails.
I'm going 8, 15, 3. That looks like that's what he's going to do too. And I mean, it's hard to screw that up. And if you want, you can go 2 rails off the 3 if you want to play for more angle on the 1.
Yeah, but you think you want to get that wee bit closer as well, though, don't you? I mean, he's got an angle just to come straight up table.
No, I think he'll play this 2 rails because if he's a little thinner, he might go straight. But I think he's at an angle. Well, see now he's doing what I wouldn't do. I would go forward with right English here. See, and because he made that choice, he's a long ways away because that was kind of a touchy shot. You know, if you had more angle on the 3, you could just roll it. As soon as you have to start putting draw on it, that becomes a lot more touchy.
Well, I mean, he is further away, but he's got an angle that shows you, look who's arrived in the room. He has got an angle to get into them, so crucial break. Well, they're all crucial when you're trailing by quite a margin.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. Watch out. Yeah, he let the cue ball get away from him a little there. That's how you scratch is going forward off the rack there at that angle.
Yeah, well, the run is 37. He is 50 behind. And he's got a ball and a reasonable enough table.
All he's got to do is keep making balls.
That sounds easy, doesn't it? As John Virgo used to say on the Big Break TV program, pot as many balls as you can.
Yeah, well, there's something to be said for not missing.
Well, Larry's in the process of redemption here. He's trying to redeem himself from giving Albinario that. What was the run that Albi ended up getting anyway? Was it 81 or something?
Yeah, I believe it was. No, I thought it was more than that. 80, closer to 90. I thought it was in the high 80s.
Well,
it was 81 when you shot the break
Cobra's
ball.
high run.
Yeah, I think it was something like 87 or something like that.
Right. Well,
so I don't know if you watched any of it, but Moritz Neushausen played great. He played Mario He in the finals the other day, the European Championship, and he was down 7-2 in a race to 13, and he won 13-7. Played some phenomenal pool.
That was a blitz.
Yeah,
87
really
it was.
Good.
Brain pull out says 87.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he does there. Is he going to run into him?
Well, he's going to have it. I don't know whether he wants to stick himself in the rail like that, though. Yeah, that's not what he wanted.
Yeah, well, he's, he doesn't have to go yet, but I mean, the 14 is a nice one to break off.
He doesn't want to do that either. He's sticking himself over on top of the 11 now.
The 15 isn't bad, but not at that angle. He'd like to keep the 10.
Well, he wants to
So-
play the 7, does he not, and try and bump this 14 and get that out of the way.
He may bump him right here. I mean, theoretically, you'll come up with a shot on the 4 ball, shooting a 15 and kind of stunning it into the 2. But if you're not going to do that, you got to be thinking 14. I mean, if you want the 14, you could shoot the 7 right now. And he's thinking about it, which think. Now he decides to bump it going forward, which was probably a little safer than what I was saying.
Well,
And he's come out good. I mean, he's got the 11, he's got the 7 and 14 both go. The 4 ball goes, the 13 ball goes. I mean, it's pretty good at this point.
he keeps sticking himself to rails here. He wants to get that cue ball into the table, give him better
just get out in the center. You'll have the 14 or the 4 or the 13. Now, see, I would have never hit it like that, ever. I would have hit it out on the table and played for. See, he played for the 4.
He's checked that.
What he should have done is played for the 13, and if you come up a little short, you still have the 4. But he played for the 4, and look what happens when you come up short. See, that was
he checked the cue ball up and killed it.
That was a pattern error. He should have played shape on that shot for the 13.
I mean, if he goes another half an inch, he's on it. But
that's
see,
that's the thing is, if you play for the 13, you come up a little short, you still have the 4.
Two-way shot, yeah.
So now he's having to shoot his break ball, which means he's going to have to make another one. Now, you can use the 7 for a break ball. And
I don't think he'll be doing that. I think that's good now.
So now you kind of got to make a decision here of how you're going to get there. You could play for the 4 here and then try to bump the 13 out.
Or bump the 2 to the back.
The problem is you got to still come up with a shot on the 2 if you do that.
It needs to keep going.
Yeah, well.
Larry's in his last breaths of this visit here by the look of it, isn't he? I mean, he's just struggling to keep it together. Oh, he could get a nice little roll here. If he gets the angle in this 4, he could just get a little bump in the 2. He's going way too high. Well, good luck with whatever he's planning here, because this could end up all sorts of pear shapes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance he's playing safe after this.
Now, is he maybe trying to bump the 2 but hold the cue ball into the stack? I think maybe I'm not sure what he was doing. The run ends in 49. He's still 38 behind, is it?
Yeah, that's a complete disaster there.
Yeah, well, it was. We could see it was heading that way like 5 or 6 balls before it, couldn't we? It was just it was all a struggle.
This is where you make the 4, you go up table, you make the 2 and call safety and put them in with, basically a break shot, but frozen on the rail. Now, see, this I believe is a mistake, playing this, because you can scratch off the rack.
He's trying to smack them, isn't he?
Well, this I believe is a mistake. I would have taken it up table, made the 2 and called safe, and stuck him on the end rail where he's got to break the balls up.
Yeah, have to hit any of the side of that stack there, and you're scratching.
Yeah, this is not a smart way to play it. Force the other guy, to have to break the balls from off the end of the rail. See, that's just silly.
Where's the cue ball going?
He didn't get it one way, but he got it the other way.
But see, now you've given the guy ball in hand, and he has the option if he wants of just fouling on purpose and putting you back in. He does not have to shoot this. And I see guys do stuff like that. It's like, no, don't shoot the break shot. Make the other guy, once you get that full rack in there, you can't hit the front balls and stick the cue ball to it,
Yeah. See, now Albie's going to stick him, and
Yeah, see,
You know, he's
if I
left it.
was
He's
if I
left
was
it easy
Larry,
for Albie, hasn't
if
he?
I was Larry, I would have fouled on purpose and just
Yeah,
lagged
just
the ball down table and back up and put him on the end rail and made him break him from the end rail.
hmm
I mean, there's too much opportunity here for playing safe.
Well, he might not get a ball to rail here, and he might lose a point, but that's a lot better than giving Larry a table that he can score
Well,
a
he
big
did,
chunk into
and
that deficit.
now he's popped the ball out, and all of a sudden, you know, if you're Larry, you're probably at the disadvantage at this point.
Yeah,
And that's a good shot. That's
spinning
what
it
you
back
want to
into
do
the
is
stack.
get him into the rack. But he does have an easy way to take this 15 ball up table. Just got to be careful about giving up a shot on the 5. I don't know if he looked at the rack or not, but you got to look at this because you don't want to leave anything dead out of this thing.
Yeah, all this little feathering and nudging, this is where, you know, things can suddenly appear out of nowhere. And this is why when you're at the table, you have to pay attention to what's going on in case you spot something.
I just think guys are, you know, they play too aggressive sometimes. Certainly Albin did that time. And then I'm not sure why Larry felt like he couldn't foul on purpose.
He's lucky he ended up brushing the one there because that could have been a sellout straight away there if he just missed the one.
I mean, he's left a bank shot on the one if Albin wants to take it, you know, but it's kind of tough because you bank the one, you really need to play position on the 15, and that's not easy.
I'm looking to see if there's anything forming here. There's nothing so far.
Well, you might be able to play the 13 off the 8, but unless you're sure, you don't really want to shoot those kind of shots.
Is he doing the same thing again? He's doing the same thing again. The last time he skimmed the one. Well, this time he just set Albie up with a shot in the one. I don't know what that idea was.
That's no good. And he can hit this and break balls out.
Yeah.
He's going to give this a whack.
And
he missed it.
Albie's missed the pot.
All right. Well, Larry's plan worked out. And, you know, the thing it was all the speed that he had to hit it that, you know, he hit the near titty. That's going slower. It goes in, but at that speed, it's not going to.
Well, Larry's only got one shot here, and it's a 12 into the side, but one is all you want.
But you know what? That's all you need.
Now the shoes in the other foot. Can Larry administer the punishment?
But, you know, I think that whole thing for Albinario started when he decided he needed to shoot the break shot instead of just going up there and playing a safety and leaving Larry on the end rail. I mean, he gave, you know, is it possible that Larry from the end rail could play a really good shot? Yeah, but it's not likely.
Yeah, they're tough. The thing is, though, I mean, suddenly this had become a very important visit for Larry because out of the blue, he's got a chance to get right back into this match. Although where he's landed now is not going to help him a great deal.
Yeah, that's one of those shots, a lot of noise and not much action.
Yeah, big stun and a bump, and he just bumps one ball and almost.
I mean, he's okay here. He's okay here. He just got to make sure he's jacking up a little so he doesn't lock himself on the 15. So, you know, he's fine. If he wants, he can shoot like the 4 or 6 up table after this. He's looking at the 2. I like this.
2's not great though, is it? Because the 8 ball's going to take most of the oomph out of this.
But that's what I'm saying. You could shoot like the 4 ball up table if you wanted, or the 6 if you had to.
Well, he's actually played it sort of controlled one way or another.
He's got the 7 in the side, and he's actually got the 11 in the side too. I actually like shooting 11 here and get that out of there.
It's right in the gap. Yeah, right in the gap.
But it goes. I mean, if he's got the full pocket on the 11 ball, why wouldn't you shoot that right now and get rid of that situation you got there? I mean, you're sitting, it's almost a straight in shot. He's got to see it.
Oh, he's going to nudge the 7 out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is the right shot to shoot.
He's got a bailout ball to get on, so I mean, there's no problem in having a follow up shot here.
Yeah. So the 3 and 9 both go. I mean, the only ball he's got in there that he's going to have to deal with is the 4, and he can shoot that up table. Obviously, the 8-13 is a little tight there. So you got to think about getting to that. I think he just makes his 15 and plays the 3 next. Or I suppose you could play the 9 if you wanted to. Depending on where you want to go with the cue ball.
Well,
Play the 9 and then 10 and
would you not be playing the 9 to get behind those balls so you can get one of them up table?
well,
Because they're a bit fiddly to. I mean, they're not doing anything in the corners.
I'm thinking 9, 10, 13, or 8, and if you don't get those, you still got the 7. Well, he's gotten straight in. That's no good. He didn't want to be there. Because I was thinking you come back for the 13 and you still got the 7 there if you get funny. Well, he's too straight in now. So now he has to play for the ball up table.
Right. So that's good. That's freed up one situation. We've still got the other situation, which is also where there's a potential break ball, unless you're going to use the 13 from like maybe inside the rail or something like that.
He's going to shoot the 7 here. He can play shape for the 10 and the 4 and the 13. He's got plenty of balls. He's just got to get past the 10 ball, which I think he should be able to do.
Well, little double kiss helped him. So now's his chance to stick one up table.
My guess is he'll shoot the 10 then the 4. I don't like the 4 as a break ball. I like the 6 a lot better. I'm thinking 10-4. He's thinking 6 ball. And he may decide to break. I don't know which one he's going to pick, but the ones close to the rack I like less. I mean, at some point, you know, they're all okay, but you know, those are very close to the rack, and it's hard to control the cue ball off of the rack when they're like that.
Right, so we've got the 1 ball in this bottom half of the table. We've got the 10 ball in the short rail up top. So he's going 11. I presume 10 ball and come up the right-hand side as we come up this side.
I think he's almost got to shoot the 4 here. He's going to shoot the 10. I don't like that.
Well, now that's a poor shot, isn't it? That is poor.
I like shooting the 4 there, and then the 10, then the 1, then the 3. He's lucky he has a shot.
Exactly, that 3 ball could have blocked off the shot to the 1 there, and
well, not only that, it's made it a lot harder to get a good break shot on the 4. I think he's okay here. He's going to have to draw it back some. Just don't want to hit the long rail tit here. Make sure you
not conventional, but this is too straight, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to watch the scratch here.
Yeah, it will bounce off the rack pretty good, so it should separate. You're going to have to hit this hard.
Well, he's got a shot. Ugly table, but he's got a shot.
Yeah, well,
because he's not been able to do enough damage.
Well, but you know, I mean, good straight pool players are going to be able to get this rack apart. I mean, the 11 ball is really perfect for that.
Oh dear.
Or you could just miss it and give it to Albin.
There you go. Wow. The run ends in 15. So Albie's had 2 goes to get into this deficit. Larry.
I got to think what he was trying to do with the cue ball there made him miss that shot, because it wasn't that tough a shot.
Well, Albie says he watches the stream so he doesn't fall asleep. I thought he'd fallen asleep there. He's awoke.
Oh, let's see here.
How much is that going to cost Larry this time? Could be a big chunk towards the
so we got
the final match goal.
17 people watching and 3 likes. Now we got 4 because I just pressed like.
I'm done asking. By the way, can somebody tell me who's the people that are subscribing to the channel, and then in the last 2 days I've lost 2 subscribers? What the hell's going on there? Do people spend their YouTube life subscribing to channels for a day or two and then unsubscribing? I mean, what's the point?
Who knows?
But it also could be there's still that bug in YouTube as well that you have to double check that you're still subscribed to a channel, because sometimes they're unsubscribing you by mistake.
Well, that came out okay. I mean, he's got 3 balls in a cluster. The 3 ball will go. It's the only one that really goes. Now the 7 will go on the side. So he's got some options there dealing with that.
Yeah, they're not set. That 7 and 15 into the other corner. So, but again, as you said, there's ways and means of dealing with it.
Yeah, he's probably going to come down for it right here. He's a little bit too straight on the 14. He may shoot the combo. He'd like to have a little bit further up table so he could just drift down off the 14. He can still do it. It's just a little tighter. Yeah, see, he had to force it down. And that should be okay. Now, if you're going to keep a break ball like the 15, you're going to have to stun that. And he's going to decide to get better on it right here. I think that's a good choice. And he's going to shoot the 7. And then probably the 15. You'd rather break using a 3 ball than the 15. It's a little further from the rack.
Tam, what about that for a score? That Bodo Glimp won the first leg 3-0 against Sporting, and Sporting are 5-0 up in the match now after extra time. Unbelievable.
So he's got a decision here whether he's going to cut the 5 or play the combination. I think if he gets on the combo, that's a better way to go, and he thinks that too.
Chelsea and Man City are definitely out. Right, that's me by checking the football scores.
So this is a pretty easy combo, especially in VP, but it's still a combo. And, you know, you just want to leave yourself a little angle on this 5 where you can go to the rail and out. I mean, I don't like trying to get too straight on it. He's gonna go forward, which I like.
You made the mistake of calling the 3 ball the 5 ball, Steve, the same as me.
Did I?
Yeah. Your eyes are going as well. Right. To the rail and out. Oh, that looks well shot to me.
Well, you know.
Well, it's almost got there. But again, I would like to be a bit more on the parallel side of that 3.
This one I'd probably draw just because of where it's hitting the rack. Normally with this kind of angle, you go forward. You can go forward here, but I would probably draw this. I just don't trust the bump off the 13 ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he's gone soft, and I don't know what the hell he did there, but nothing worked out.
Looks like a safety is what it looks like.
Well, in actual fact, he might well take that because I think he's left his 7. Though I think Larry can get to the 7. Larry's been he's missed it. You know, he's caught the ball before it.
I don't know that he could get to that.
We're back to square one. Larry couldn't give the table back quick enough.
The 7 did go off the 10. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, it wasn't wired, but it was a shot.
Well, that's a disaster there. That's the shortest visit of the match by Larry. And another opportunity, though, as thin as it was touch and go to get to that 7, but he caught the other ball first. And here we go again. Larry's now got to sit and hold his breath.
Yeah,
and consider the opportunities Albinario's had. He's not exactly pulled away and sort of put this match to bed yet with the couple of chances he's had.
I think the 1 ball goes 10-4, 11-1.
Well, the 1 ball goes if you can get it thin enough cut and go far enough over at the right, doesn't it?
Well, he may go straight into the 4 here, which maybe is not quite as good. I think it'll probably still work. I think he's going to play the 1. That's what I'd be doing here. I'd be going into that 4 ball because I think the 1 goes.
And another cut,
What did
wrong
he
ball.
shoot?
That's a missed call. That's
Yeah.
a missed call.
I don't know if guys look at that stuff. I thought the 1 ball was dead.
Right. Well, here you go, Larry. It's wake up time. You're back at the table. You didn't think you'd be back as soon as this. He's got a start. And in fact, if I'm Larry, I'm cutting this and doing a bit of bumping anyway for the hell of it. No, he's not. Well, there was a chance to just bump 2 or 3 balls there. Did he really need to bump them? Possibly not. As long as he gets rid of the 6, he'll open up the pocket for at least the 4. No, in fact, he won't because it's blocked as well.
Well, I think he meant to draw that back a little bit more, but he's still fine here. Shoot the 13, run into some balls.
Oh, he's missed that by the country mile. I mean,
yeah.
Larry's concentration's going out.
I mean, you don't expect guys to miss that.
Yeah, that hit the long rail such a margin.
If he didn't like that much cutback, I mean, he certainly, he didn't need to put the cue ball there.
Well, I mean, Albinario's got that excuse, but Larry doesn't. Albie says, I think we're ready for bed. It's still like high noon and where Larry is. What time is it? 9 o'clock? No, what time is it? Well, it's middle of the afternoon where Larry is.
4:05 where Larry is.
Yeah. Well, Larry's probably more concerned about what he's having for dinner than Larry. Albie's thinking more of bed than Larry is, I'll tell you that. Well, I think Larry might be running out of opportunities here because, you think that Albinario is probably still good enough to stick another decent run together and take the match away from Larry. Larry's had far too many opportunities in recent times to dig into this score, and he's just not getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say as far as playing against Albin goes, Larry's had a lot of chances. I mean,
Alvin
has not played great.
Yeah.
I mean, he had one nice run, but he really hasn't played great. And
you can get through the cliches. On another day, Larry would have probably took the match away from Albie with the opportunities he's had he taken them, but that's not the case.
Pool is hard. There's no doubt about it.
And, well, where are we looking for a break shot here? Are we looking at the 5? It's going to be a sort of make do. There's a 15 ball that's a bit wide. But I think right now Albie will just take anything as long as he can stay at the table.
Yeah, I think he's going to probably use the 5. I would, unless, you'd have to get pretty funny not to.
Right. Well, while this is going on, I'm going to start quizzing Steve. Right, Steve, what was the situation yesterday with duplicate rooms going up?
Use the 15. Yeah, I screwed up. My development environment got its wires crossed and decided it was a production environment. I have a full development environment on the, on the server. I have another complete website, virtual pool processes. I mean, I got another complete system, and it decided it thought it was a production system. So then you have 2 production systems, and that was a problem.
Now, the other question is, on the last stream that you were present on, I am paraphrasing. I am not giving a direct quote, but I'm paraphrasing. I'm sort of ready to do an update. I might do it tonight. I'm not sure. Well, that was more than a week ago. So what's happened there? Bear in mind, we're still seeing German text for rooms and things like that going on.
Well, and whatever update I have wasn't going to fix that. I wasn't as ready as I thought, and now I've been kind of scared to do it because it's. There's some tricky situations about this update, and so I've done a lot of testing, which is one of the reasons why everything got screwed up is some of my testing. But yeah, this update's a tricky update because it's going to an encrypted system for communication, and the problem is that I had to make it so somebody running an old version that wasn't encrypted could at least log in and get a new version that is encrypted. So it's been tricky.
Mm.
Oh boy. Well,
Yeah, well, there you
the
go again,
pockets aren't
Larry.
quite that big. So Larry, I don't know that it's last chance saloon, but you're getting there. You need to do something now.
Now, I don't know if there's anybody watching in the stream that can remind me, because I've forgotten the guy's name. There is one guy who has got a new computer, I believe, obviously Windows 11, and he can't get VP4 to run. I think he says it goes, I heard words to the effect of it goes to a black screen when he's maybe either trying to join a room or set a room. I'm not sure. I'm just wondering whether you had any correspondence from somebody along those lines.
Nope. None at all.
No.
I mean, usually if it won't run at all, it's just an install issue, like installing DirectX or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know anybody with a black screen issue right now.
Right. Well, I need whoever it is that told me what his name is, because if he can at least get into the lobby, then we can have a go at gutting it out and reinstalling it and whatever, and see what happens. Because I think that's only the problem. It can't be it's not working in the Windows 11. I mean, it works in Windows 11 if it works in my old Steam-driven PC that I've got.
Well, the big problem Larry's got right now is he doesn't have a brake ball.
I think the other problem is just hanging in there in concentration for Larry. He's got to try and stay with it.
I shouldn't say that. You could break on the 5-ball. Of course, he's going to shoot that right now. He could have broken on the 5-ball. That would have worked.
Oh yes, that's the name. Yeah, that's the name. Brain Fallout said Jezdev, and Jezdev's the guy who's an old VP player, but he's not been able to get the thing to. What was the problem with it again? Was it just he could get to the lobby, and it was going black screen when he was going to a room? Remind me what the hell you said, because my mind's away at this time of night.
Well, I will say this, okay? If you've just downloaded not the full version and the online version, as soon as you try to go into a room, it's going to have to download it from the server.
Download the assets, yeah, the stuff.
Some people have slow connections and they have problems with it, and they think, oh, something's wrong, whereas it's going to take 15 or 20 seconds to go in the room, and then they quit, and then then they go do it again, and it's the same thing all over again. So tell people doing that to wait.
But am I right in saying that he doesn't have offline? It's just online.
The other problem is if he was trying to go into one of those tournament rooms when we had the double tournaments coming up, it was going to hang with a black screen.
No, this was days before yesterday, Steve. Yeah. This was days before that. But I don't think it's a major disaster. I think it should be fixable, whatever it is.
Yeah, it usually is. That's a little bit of an unusual problem, but that would be my first inclination to think that, he's just got to wait for the download and he's got a slow connection.
Right, fresh install of Windows. First thing he installed was VP4 Online. When he enters a room, he just gets a black screen. This was months ago. So since then, he's been messing about trying to get this damn thing to work. But he hasn't bought the offline. Am I right in saying that? He doesn't have offline.
Yeah, well, if it's only got online, when he enters the room, it's going to do downloads. There's a potential it could be a firewall issue, too, if it never downloads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, he got that in. That was not the shot you wanted to have to shoot, and this isn't either. Well, he's got the 9-ball.
Right, that's right. It doesn't have offline. Right. So,
yeah.
Then it wouldn't be Windows Defender, would it? Let's assume he doesn't have any other third-party antivirus. Would it be Windows Defender?
It typically will not block ports, but it could, depending on how it's set up. If it's just a stock installation, no, I doubt it's that. But he is going to have to download assets. I don't know what his connection's like. I don't know how long he's waiting before he decides, this thing's hung up.
Yeah, if it goes black. But the thing is, am I right in saying that if you go to, like, I mean, I haven't done it, but if you go to join a room and you've only got the online, and this is your first time that we're talking about what Jez Dev's been trying to do, does it not show you a display that you're downloading assets and the 10 ball spinning around to tell you it's downloading?
I believe it does.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't just have just a straight
Yeah,
black
it shouldn't
screen.
have a black screen. Yeah. Well, the first thing I would tell him to do is make sure if he's got a third-party antivirus, make sure that he's deactivated it and shut it down.
But he also can send a log to support, and I can take a look at it.
Yeah.
You know, send a message log to support, and I can see what's going on.
Right. Well, then you have to leave the correct instructions for him to obtain that message log, because if he's a numpty like me, he'll not remember how to get it or be aware of how to get it.
Well, you know, Larry's got a chance here. I think he's not going to want to let Albin to the table, though.
Well, Larry's
got a chance to win this match.
Let's have a look. What's he got?
He's got 99. He's got a break ball. Everything looks very good. So, I mean, I'm assuming that he's going to be able to finish this rack off, get a shot on the break ball, and, you know, he's going to need, let's see, what's he going to need? He's going to need 3 more racks after this. Exactly. There's 5 left on the table. No, more than that, because he's got only 14 balls a rack. So he's going to need to get into the 4th.
Right.
Well, I was thinking 150. We're playing to 200. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
This is a match to 200, so.
Now, I never looked at this corner ball.
This is funny. See, he's funny here. He's going to really want to draw back where he can shoot the 8 and go to the end rail. Now, he's not going to do that. See, I don't like this, because now you got to do something.
The table.
Well, you're going to have to put English on it.
Yeah, it's going to come into the middle of the table, but he needs to travel further up to open up the angle, though. That's the other problem.
He is going to put English on it, and he's going to hit it pretty good.
Needs to keep going. Needs to keep going, and
that's
that'll
not bad. So now you can go forward with this if you want. It's going to hit low enough on the 7. You know, it wouldn't be a hard break shot, but kind of a medium of speed. If you're going to draw this, you're probably going to hit it hard. See what he decides to do. He's kind of going just a little above center, which should work. Now he's going higher. So this is kind of a medium speeder. I don't like really slamming this. Yeah, he slammed it.
Cue ball get bumped. He's got
that rack didn't come apart very good.
Uh-oh. I think that's blown Albinario out of the water here. Albinario's gone. I think you hit that ball too hard in the break, Larry. Well, that's one way of dealing with Albinario. Get his connection broken. That's a rarity that happens to Albi.
Yeah, the software is pretty good about dealing with that. I mean, if somebody's really got a bad connection, it's just going to be, you know, it's just never going to be good. But if you lose connection once in a while, it handles that pretty well.
Well, this is going to do damage if he's going to play that shot, is he?
He can shoot the 8 ball here, and I think he will. Now, with this shot, I would go forward hard, because you're going to go right into that 4 ball and then the 7. If you hit it really hard, you might get on the outside of the 4, which you don't want, like that. See how he got on the outside of the 4?
Yeah, he's come through.
He's okay.
He's fortunate again. He's got a shot, because I think he was pretty much blocked out and everything else.
I think he would have been better off going into the pocket there. But he's okay. So now if you watch SPD play, he likes to shoot balls up table. He might have shot the 3 or 11 up table after that. which in general in straight pool isn't great, but on VP it's not the end of the world because it's so easy to make long shots.
Well, there's an interesting thing there. Who's Mr. Rossi then, by the way? But he says, my VP online will run to a black screen unless I check disable full screen optimizations in the EX properties.
What are EX properties?
Well, the EXE, what you right click the EXE, oh, it's Ross. So you right click the EXE and there's a box in the properties that you can check to disable full screen optimizations. Now, what would the benefit be of disabling full screen optimizations to start with? I'm asking Steve that question. What would that do?
I don't know, because I don't know what that option does.
Compatibility mode.
I'd have to look into it.
That's interesting. Right, you seen this brain fill out. So it would have to go to... Right, well, I mean, there's no harm in actually testing it. Yeah, I think there's no harm in testing that because it's not that difficult to do. You just find a VP4, right-click the EXE, open up that, go to compatibility mode. And then there's an option to check that box to disable full screen optimizations and then start the game and see what happens. Or restart the computer, then start the game and it loads up. That might be worth trying. I mean, it's
looking up right now what that does.
A process of elimination. Well, I would jot that down and try what Ross has just said and see whether that. I mean, it might be something stupid, but it might be even dafter that it actually sorts the problem. You never know. Stranger things have happened with games, I'll tell you that. I've seen enough bugs over the years in different games and all sorts of crazy solutions that work. Anyway, Larry's got problems ahead, but he's actually beginning to creep around the corner just behind Albinario's back here at the moment.
Why that would work? Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even fully understand the explanation that I just got for it. So, yeah. I'm afraid I'm a little bit ignorant as far as that particular option goes.
Well, I'll interpret it. It's guaranteed to work if Steve doesn't know what it is. There you go. Good luck with it. But it sounds plausible. I mean, I'll tell you something. It sounds convincing, doesn't it? I mean, you know, do that and then the game works. If Ross is set and he's in and played VP4, so if it works for him,
that was a terrible shot. First off, he hit his break ball. Second off, he locked up another ball. I mean, that was just terrible.
Yeah, well, this is.
I don't know what the heck he was doing there. He didn't want to hit the 14.
Well, what do you do, Steve? You call the crossover on the 3 ball and get the hell out of there. That's what you do.
No.
Or do you play safe? Run a 35, chance of catching Albie. Do you just play safe rather than giving him a free go back at the table? What do you do? If you're going to commit, then play the crossover bank in the 3 and get on with it.
If he's a little different angle, he could play a safe off the 14 and pin him on the 3.
Well, now he's not any further forward. What the hell does he do now?
This is...
Is he doing it now? Or do you think he can get it?
He's playing this combination, which is... This is a very difficult combination. Very difficult.
A big overcut inside to come across the top of that 3.
If this is me, I'd rather completely miss the 3 than undercut it. Oh,
where's the cue ball going?
That cue ball was going down. That kiss on the 10.
Well, now you've got to duck for cover, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have much choice there.
I don't know whether I would have done that. I think I would have feathered that and gone into the long grass for the cue ball. I think that's what I would have done.
Yeah, well, leaving distance. But, you know, with no head ball on there, if you go up top, you do leave the chance to go into
just
the
roll
rack.
straight onto it, yeah.
Now, see, this is where you might want to just foul on purpose because...
Yeah.
nothing good can happen, and that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, Albie's on one foul.
Now, if you're Albin, what you want to do here is kind of move the rack a little and try to get something dead. Now, he may have something dead here. I think the 9, 15, 2, 7, 14, no, it's going to overcut the 14. It's close, but I don't think it's...
I'll tell you something, you're certainly getting ambitious, Steve. That is certainly using your imagination. Look at that setup.
Well,
wow.
I mean...
Now, that 14-7 can certainly be a combo from the other end, can't it? Let me have a look. Is it too tight?
It'll go, but it's a little off angle.
Yeah. Well, you certainly want to keep well away from this end of the table. And this is touchy as well, the way he's sitting here in this 13. I mean, he could just glance the 13. It needs to go high enough to use the stack for cover, but that's a bit fiddly as well. If he doesn't get there, he's leaving the 8 ball on. Might even leave the 13 on trying that. And then if he goes too far, well, if he goes too far, the worst he could do is finish up in the side pocket here, leave the 10. So that might, no, he's trying to stay in the railblazer.
That's
no, he's always going to leave an option one way or another, isn't he? Doing that.
Yeah, that was no good.
Well, from Larry's point of view, the pressure's on Albie to get a pot, and neither of them are gimmies.
No.
But, you know, usually with Albie, when it ain't a gimme, he's still going to stick it away. So,
yeah.
Albie in 132, Larry in 117, race to 200. And now Larry's holding his breath again.
All right, it's bathroom break.
Right, now let me finish reading this. Except Ross was referring to the offline version. Did I read it wrong? Let me read that again. My VP offline. Oh, right, you're right enough, Napna. I could have just read that. But then again, if the same thing's there for the online one, then why not try it? I mean, they're two different exe files, isn't there? So it might be worth actually trying that. Yeah. I don't think that's a bad idea, whether it be the fact that he's got online. But then again, going back to the initial problem, he said that my VP offline will run to a black screen unless he checks that disable blah 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 blah. So it's the same. It sounds exactly the same symptoms as what JezDeb has got. So, you know, why the hell not try it anyway? So we're sort of clutching at straws to try and find a simple way to get a simple fix. Well, here's hoping that Brainful Out can get him to try looking into that, and lo and behold, you might find it will work. Because the only other solution, as far as I can think, is just completely uninstalling it and starting again.
And Albin gives it back. So.
Oh, Albie's getting generous here. Another run of 3, and here we go again. And, you know, sooner or later, Albie, you're going to be made to pay for it. But I don't know whether, I know quite, you know, we can't rely on Larry at this stage to be that reliable, if you know what I mean. Anything can happen with Larry being at the table. Well, he's played the bump, and I don't know whether he's helped the situation, but he's got a bailout.
No, he's okay.
Yeah, he's got a bailout.
And the 2 ball goes, so he's got a way to get to everything.
It needs to run. It needs to run. Well, now I'm not sure whether he's played for the 2 or played for the 12 down the rail, but he's got the 2 anyway.
The 1 goes. The 14 goes.
I'm thinking now, unless he actually can filter his way through these, the way they're cluttered up here, he might manufacture a break ball out of this slot here with a bump.
He's going to need to go forward. If he's going to run into the stack of balls there, he better hit it with some speed. because you could get stuck in them. Like, here we go. So that's not how you want to hit him. He came out okay, but that's how you get stuck. He may have
Well, I would
been,
have,
he may have actually known that he was going to have a shot on the 15 and hit it that way. I mean, if that's the case, then it's a very good shot.
I would assume that Jesdeb is a wee bit more brain savvy to actually know where to find VP4 and find the EXE within the folder.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's
I definitely want to know if that works, because that's something I'll need to tell other people, because I haven't heard of that situation before.
right. Well, we have most certainly got a break ball or break balls to choose from here, 9 or 5. So he couldn't ask for a better situation.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to shoot the 5 last, but we'll see what he decides to do.
Well,
I mean,
you've got to really look at this in the whole context of the match, though, Steve, as well. This is the best opportunity Larry's got now to stick something together and then getting away from Albie. It could be a big turning point, potentially. Just whether Larry can actually hold it together.
And he's kind of funny here. I mean,
he's already awkward. He's going to be having to work the cue ball and hold it here.
You don't want to get too steep on this 5 ball.
That's not that bad.
That'll work. So in this kind of shot, you'd rather make the mistake long than short.
How good is he going to get in this 9? Anything but straight.
Yep, and that was the right
that
way
looks
to hit
good.
it. That's very good.
Yeah. Well, this is
so now you got to decide, am I going forward, backwards? You could try to stun into the 13. See what he decides to do. And he's kind of a little above center, which I'm not sure I like. If I'm going above center, I like going a lot above center.
Oh dear. There we go again. And again, getting caught out with the pockets.
Oh boy.
And, well, he's certainly not got away with it. And the run ends in 11. He was 6 behind. And Albinario has got a whole bucket load of balls here to stretch the lead again.
Yeah, when is somebody going to actually take control of this match?
Yeah, let us know what happens. Definitely want to know if that's a workaround. It'd be very handy to know.
And he'll bump. Oh, he didn't get the bump. I thought he would get a bump there.
Oh dear, I'm going downhill fast, but I've got no work tomorrow, so I don't care.
Yeah, the 8-10 goes if he wants to. Probably bump the 8 right here. And have a shot on either one. Yep. So you know, Albin plays with a very light touch a lot, and you know, less cue ball movement, light touch, light on the cue ball, and that's very good for straight pool.
Mm-hmm.
I say Larry's a little contrast in style. He's a little heavier on the cue ball, and that's a more difficult way to play straight pool because it's harder to control the cue ball.
Well, he's trying to do it with a trackball mouse as well, and we'll say no more about that. Because that's where you need that deft little touch now and again, more often than not. Right, so are we plumping for the 3 ball as a break ball? Is that too far? No, that's sitting good enough. The 2 is a bit tight.
He's going to shoot the 15 and 2, 11. Probably 1. He'll probably bump the 1 and shoot it next, is my guess.
6 ball to get. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better one than 6 ball to get to that 3. And That looks a very good candidate to get. I mean, you could run the 50. Is it the 15 into the side? Or, well, he's not going to do that.
No, I would
It's
shoot
not the 15. It's a
I
12 anyway.
I would go 112.6 myself.
So he's
Because there's
nipping
all
back for
kinds
the
of
12 into the
there's all
side.
kind of funny ways you can get on that 12 ball.
Yeah, he's sort of neither here nor there now in the 12.
Yeah.
He's now in middle of no man's land.
Well, just shoot it in the side, run down to the end rail and back.
It looks as if he's going around the corner for the 12, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the 6. You just need a little angle back is all, which he's got. I mean, that's fine. It's hard to mess this up. Now, I think he does need to draw this back to the side rail. Can you dink it and get away with it? Yeah, but I would draw this back to the side rail every time.
Yeah, he's dinking it.
Yeah. See, I think you get away with that a little more in real life, you know. Yeah, you're asking for it. And that was very well done. Nice
bonus
control
ball.
break.
They've actually broke very nicely, these balls. They broke very nicely. I mean, again, this is just an exercise in cue ball control and picking them off. Perfect example here of that. And
trying
it
to
could
decide
be
what to do. He could shoot the 12 and run into the 9.
Yeah, and I suppose again
That's
it's
what
just
I'd probably
tidying up
do
this end of the table doing that.
He's going to shoot the 8 and not mess with running into that ball.
Now, he's plenty of time to get there. He might even do it now. I mean, if he wants to roll the 9 in from there, or do it from the other side. Again, you can get low enough, come through, but he's got plenty of time to get there. But he'll get there eventually.
Well, he can go 1-6, and then come back around, shoot the 12, and then shoot the 9, where he doesn't have to run into anything. That's the thing is, a lot of straight pull players will tell you don't run into the ball at all.
Well, like, you know, he's just brushed that there, and he's not done any major damage.
Is he could only make it worse though doing that.
You could class that as a cardinal sin in straight pull, bumping balls when you don't need to, certainly, or bumping them soft just to nudge one open and stuff. But you want to stay away from that as much as you can. If you have a table like this, you shouldn't really be bumping anything the way these balls are set. There's no way you should be bumping anything.
And if you do bump balls, when you bump them under real control, it's okay. But, you know, like what he did on the 9, you know, he could have just left that and come around later and shot it.
Well, of course, there is a situation where you want to bump a ball slightly better into a break shot. Like he's just done there. He's given himself another option, but he's also created a blocker and made it a wee bit more awkward to get to the 12. So,
well, he'll shoot the 13. He's fine. He'll shoot the 13, and then he can shoot the 4, 7, or 10. He's got his choice here, depending on what he wants to do with it. Yeah, this looks like he's probably going to shoot the 7. 7, and then maybe the 12, maybe the 9. He's got choices there.
Well, he looks as if he's just running through it. Oh, he is holding it back, so he might be getting rid of the 12. Big little bit of a stun just to get to it.
That's the right play, because the 12 ball was the one ball that was potentially difficult to get to, because you're going to leave the 15 for the break ball. So,
well, I mean, the 10 ball could still be a nominated one as well. It's nearer the corner of the pack, isn't it? I don't know.
You'll get a better break off the 15 than the 10. The 10 will work, but I think he'll play for the 15. Let's see what he decides to do here. He's going to come around, and
he needs to get there wherever he's going.
Wanted to go. Well, okay, so he's going to go 14-10 or 4-10-15 now. Shoot the 4, back it up a little, give yourself an angle, and come around the back of the 15.
Yeah.
And you would have liked a little more angle, but that'll work.
Well, he can come. He's checking it up to come up the middle of the table.
Up. Yeah, and that'll work too. I like going around the back of that better because
that needs to keep going.
You know, you avoid this situation when you go around the back.
It's a bit straight, isn't it? He's going to have to fire it up. Cue ball comes off. A couple of balls break out. Has a shot.
Yeah, he's okay.
And, well, he's got a couple of balls here that can allow him to do some damage. I think the problem with the 13 ball is it doesn't go where I thought it was going to go.
He's gonna shoot the 7, I think. Well, maybe he's not. Maybe he doesn't have the 7. Because if he has the 7, it opens the rack up nicely.
Yeah, I
That
think
doesn't
the
seem
thing
to be
it's
what he's doing. Maybe
wee-
it's a little tight by the
I
11.
think the 5's a bit of a distraction, played the shot there in that 7. I think that's more the worry. There's just a distraction. If you can get the 7 from the other side, no problem.
Well, it's not as good from this side. I mean, because you're not going into that pocket where the 10-2-8 is, but it will work from this side.
Well, if he jacks up here, he can get right into the heart of this cluster here.
I
and
think
the
he'd
shoot
rather
open.
hit the 3 ball.
You get right into the heart.
There you go. And that was smart drawing the ball back like that, because just get it out of there.
Now, can you get enough of that 3 ball to cut it?
Yeah, 3 ball will go.
You think he can get enough into it, right? So, Albie's now looking towards a finish line here. He's what, 33 away from it. So he's a couple of racks and a bit more to go to seal the deal here. Now he has got the 3 ball out of the way. Where's the cue ball going though?
Well, see, he was trying to shoot the 11 next, and that was a little risky because it was going to hit the 4. He put a lot of English on it to keep it from going forward.
Well,
but he hit it too hard.
He can jack up and use the shaft of the cue to aim this 1 ball into that corner pocket. That's what you do. Use the W key and line up the shaft of the cue with the ball to play the pot and just roll it in like that.
Yeah, well, he got away with one there.
Yeah, that was a bailout that was much needed. That takes him to 169. The run is what, 35, 36, something like that.
Well, he just shot his break ball. So now he's going to have to make another one. The 6 is a break ball on the side. It's not so great for the corner.
You're going to have to remind me who that is again, because I cannot make out these names that don't give you a clue as to who they are.
That's Paul.
Oh, is it Paul again, isn't it? How do you remember that, Stephen? I don't. I mean, look at that bloody name.
I remember he likes Kobe. That's how.
Oh, right. I've got you now. Welcome. It must be, well, what time is it where he is? It must be breakfast time where he is then. Is it? Is it the next day where he is?
Yeah, probably early morning.
Well, we won't be here much longer, I don't think, unless Albinario has a brain fart and lets Larry back in.
Well, this is not a done deal here. I mean, he's got to come up with a break ball, and this is not. He's all kinds of funny in here. The 6 is his best break ball, and he may shoot that right now. I mean, the 6 is a good break ball if you can get on it in the side, but that's could be tricky. And if he shoots this 8 here, how's he going to get on another ball? I mean, he doesn't have a good path. He can check it up and try to run into balls, which this is risky because anything could happen here, including being locked up on a ball. I think he might have been trying to bump the 2 there. But I think he's got a path to go 2-13 and get 6 in the side, and I think that's what he'll try.
Yeah.
He needs to shoot the 2 and get a slight angle on the 3 and just kind of slide it over.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what he's got here. So
I think it's pretty good. This is a shot here. Did he get the slight angle? He did. He can force this over.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. Just a little stunt.
Yeah. He needs to hit that cue ball and get it to move over.
Needs to get it over there.
Oh boy!
He didn't want to do that though.
He put too much draw on it. He didn't get it to move over enough. He needed to get it to move over. He needed to be up closer to the diamond.
Cue ball running loose.
And because of that, he couldn't get a lot of rack, but he's
got a pot. Okay. Well, this is where you do take a risk, don't you? You give this the big cut and give it a bang, but you might not get an awful lot out of this, though.
Here's the problem here. You really need to hit the 4, not the 3. If he hits the 3, that's not probably going to be good unless he just happens to catch it the right way.
Yeah, it's not sitting pretty.
the 2 ball is not dead. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have to do something in there. He
Well,
takes an easy shot on it. He's trying to play for the 5, and that's not bad.
a bit too
So
straight still, isn't it?
No, big draw shot here. It's going to hit it hard. It's going to slide over and go right into that. He didn't do that. Now, why didn't he
Well,
hit a big draw shot there? I thought
I
he
don't
would.
understand that part.
Because it would go
now-
sideways and hit the 1 and the 7, and you suck it back through the rack. I don't understand why he didn't hit a
Well,
big
now
draw
he's
shot
done
there.
for it.
Well,
Now, do you
don't-
play
don't-
the
don't say he's
2 off
done
the
for
15?
yet.
You play the 2 off the 15, call the 2.
Boy, I don't like that shot.
I think
That's what
Albie's
he's playing.
thinking. He's thinking desperate situation. We have to go for it.
It does go, but this is a tough shot to make. Really tough.
What a shot! There you go.
Shot.
Didn't hang about. Made his mind up. That's it. It's last chance
He didn't
saloon in the
waste a whole
terms of
lot
what he
of
had.
time there, yeah.
He just got down, saw the shot, shot it. Well done. Does he get anything else after it though?
Well, he's got the 15 here, and he can come back down for the 13, 9, or 3. I mean, this is, it's all sitting pretty good right here. He's just going to come back table, and, if he gets an angle on the 9 or the 3, he can get into the pack there. I mean, this is actually pretty good how he came out. Oh, he didn't hit it. What's he doing? Oh, God, he didn't
Is he
hit it.
saw something? Is he saw something?
Well, I mean, he cinched the shot. I thought he'd pull it back and give himself an angle on these
playing
balls.
the 9.
Yeah, but this is harder.
I thought he'd spotted something in the rack. Well, he's running out of control here because
He's going to shoot the 13 into the rack. Now, the biggest problem with this shot is that you don't have any balls to shoot if you get stuck. So he's going to hit this hard.
how far is that off the rail? It's
I
still
think,
off the rail, good enough.
Between the 7 and 8, 7 dead on. You don't want to be a short on the 7.
Oh, he's dead.
Well, that's
Is
what I
he?
was saying is that if you're going to shoot that shot with no balls there, you got to shoot it hard. Unless you're really sure about where you're coming into the rack, which I guess he probably thought he was sure, and then he wasn't. But
Well, the run ends in 50.
I think he thought he could control it, and he didn't.
Well, 16 short of the finish line. This is last chance saloon for Larry. He's not got anything to show for it here, but he's got to keep this tight. He's got to keep
Well, that's
that's
a horrible
terrible.
shot. It's not
Oh,
always the
dear.
foul. He's yeah. I think he was trying to
Oh dear.
kind of change the rack and make it funny, and plus I think the 14's dead.
Yeah.
And
Well, that could be Larry's fatal move there that he's just done. That could be.
there's been quite a few mistakes by both players in this match. I mean, it hasn't been just a complete shit show, but it's for players of this level, they both made a lot of mistakes.
Don't forget though, by the way, that was a commentator's eye shot. That takes a tactical genius to have a quick spot at that and call the shot, and Albie got it. So give me credit as well.
All right, you've got your credit.
Right, well, we might be going through the motions here, but we still need another rack.
You did see it before I did. I probably would have seen it, but I didn't see it when you did. So
Yeah, but you weren't so keen on it, Steve. But that was all he had. That was Hobson's choice. He didn't have much else of a choice, did he?
I was looking at the 1 ball, trying to figure out if you could do something with that before I got to the 2, because those kind of shots where you're catching just an edge of the ball on a carom shot, those are hard.
Yeah, I love those imaginative shots. So I mean, that, and especially pulling it off when you had to. It was you didn't have really many options available.
You know what I love is really easy shots.
You hit the nail on the head. Yeah. Yeah, you can talk about all these nice looking shots, but you don't want to be playing them.
I didn't quite get that break shot. He hit that with inside and just caught the corner ball and hit it real easy and like really?
Yeah, but guess what? He's
but
got a ball and a shot.
the thing is, it wasn't like the shot was hard to make. You know, like sometimes when you're hitting them easy, it's because the shot's tricky and you want to make the pocket as big and da 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 da. You know, that wasn't that situation.
Well, he doesn't want
Oh,
to block
boy.
himself. Oh, the 8-balls came to the rescue there.
8-ball saved him.
And
Saved him having to shoot a combo at least.
They haven't broken very well. He's going to. He can certainly use the 11-ball for the damage he needs to open up. Well, does he need to do damage? He needs what, 6 balls? So he's got 1. He's got 2, 3. You could play the 5-ball up the table somewhere or down the table, depending on your perspective.
Yeah,
But he could do a bit of damage here.
It may be why he hit the break shot easy, because he didn't want to spread it out and make it good for Larry. But
oh dear,
I just cursed him. Oh man.
Oh well. This is most certainly last chance saloon. There's no doubting in this. I mean, this could be a sensational finish here. Albie's 5 away from the finish line. Larry's woken up, doesn't know that he's back at the table yet.
Well, Albin can fall over the line from here, so I think you're right. This is last chance saloon. I can't believe Albin missed that ball.
Well, if ever you want a 7, what is it? What does he need? 73. If you need a 73, Larry, you need it right now.
Just as I was giving him credit for trying to play smart and not breaking the rack open, he blasted and misses the ball.
Oh dear, this is this could be the finish of the night. Let's see if we can finish off with a flourish. I'm having a quick drink.
Yeah, Paul. I mean, Shooter's Pool made a lot of claims about their physics, which I don't believe. It's not a bad model, but you know, I mean, it's not what they say it is. Oh boy. Yeah, let's pull Arnie up. Yeah. No. Well, you know, I mean, it is the first match both of these guys have played. It's a second round match, but these guys both had buys in the first round. So, you know, I mean, sometimes the first match can be tough. And this be it. Well, what do I want to divulge? I believe the release is ready. I just got to find a good time to do it because there could be issues on this one. So, I'm certainly not going to do it tonight. We'll see. I need to do it pretty soon. So I just don't want to do it like right before a match or something and have the system down. Romario says you're on mute.
Well, when did I do that? I don't even. Oh, I did it when I took a drink. That's what I was doing. I was guzzling water. My bad. Oh, I don't like you to hear me guzzling water, so I mute the mic when I do that. And then I forgot. Anyway, so here's a question. What about Stub Inspector Don, Steve? Has there been any communication there? Because obviously it's getting near the time where you have to think about when these matches have a deadline.
Let's see. Let's see what's happened. I can tell you.
I guessed the other night that I'm sure Spectre Don sent a proposal.
Interchange X, Mark Shark. Let's see. Proposal. Soft break proposal. Tommy.
24.
Proposal. Viking. Proposal. Preacher. Proposal. Albin. No, neither one of them sent a proposal that I can see.
Well, unless Spectre Don sent his a while back, but I'm surprised that there's been no communication.
Further back and see.
Yeah, I'm thinking he must have sent one a lot earlier, and he's just heard nothing from Stub yet.
I've yet to see anything. I'm still going back.
That's a surprise if Spectre Don hasn't been active. How many other ones have we got?
So Spectre Don proposed March 4th.
Yeah, there you go. I told you. I knew he would have done it.
Yeah, so
and he's not heard a thing.
And of course, what's going to happen is if they can't schedule it, then Stubbs going to be the one that's not going through because
I mean it's just typical stupidness.
It's unbelievable. Yeah,
that's almost 20 days have gone by since Spectre Don sent his proposal. Stubbs done nothing about it, and then of course we're going to get this excuse: I couldn't get into the lobby on the last day of the deadline, and blah 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 blah.
Well, the deadline's not for quite a while, but still, I mean, just to ignore somebody is, it's not polite for starters.
Well, you just get on with it and get it set and get it done with. I think we're all desperate to see how me for one, to see Spectre on actually playing in this damn thing because he's avoided this like the plague, and I want to see him.
I get the impression that he's played a lot of pool in real life, that he's probably an older gentleman, but being from the UK, I don't think people in the UK played a lot of pool.
Well, they don't.
If he was from the States or he's from Germany, then he was older, he would have played straight pool. From the UK, probably not. So then it's a question of how quickly can he figure it out.
Well, he has to be more open-minded like Cobra and get himself involved in these things and play. Cobra never played cowboy to the Cowboy World Championship come around and try talking him out and not signing up in the next one.
I'll tell you the worst thing that I ever did for the rest of y'all was convincing Cobra he needed to play bank pool, learn how to bank better, and once he figured out that was going to help his other games, he's been playing on all these things like Cowboy and Bank Bull, and it's made him a better player, and now he's a very difficult guy to beat.
Yeah, well, I think maybe Spectre Dodge listened to the advice. Well, he's got Stubb, and he knows. I think the one thing's for certain is he's going to get opportunities against Stubb because Stubb's going to be blasting balls and doing all sorts.
Oh yeah, so, I mean, just with his pool skills, he's the favorite if he just, doesn't do really dumb stuff.
Well, I think it's an opportunity to see how well he gets that cue ball moving, particularly when it's a necessity in this particular game, and how he picks off and gets his patterns working. It could be a revelation to him, to him himself.
I agree about the pattern thing because he moves the cue ball well, but you got to play good patterns in straight pool. And then there's all the little things like safeties and how to play break shots and, things that if you don't play straight pool, those can really get you.
Yeah. It should be. Who's that crying out for? There's the lone voice in the crowd. The lone voice in the darkness. It's Bedhead crying out for one pocket. Well, if Slim's still here, you've got a final. That's a guarantee. You've definitely got a final. Keep trying, Bedhead. It'll work someday. So, right. That's it, folks. Well done to Albinario. It wasn't a classic, but there's room for, let's just say for both players, there's room for improvement. The good news for Cobra is his high run's still there. There's a threat that it might not last the whole tournament. It might still.
I don't think it will. I really don't.
But, if these guys find their feet and get a run going, it could be under threat. It was under threat tonight.
So did you look at the brackets? Third round match, SBD and Albinario.
Oh, yeah. Well, SBD, you didn't see that match, Steve, but I was highly critical of the performance level he played against Romario. Romario had umpteen chances to put him away.
He only beat him by 11 balls, and by all measures, what we've seen before in rotation games, he should have beat him by a lot more than that.
Yeah, Romario should have had that one about 6 times for the time I started watching it. He had umpteen chances to put him away, couldn't get the job done. I would say this, that it was a much improved SBD in the match the other night there, because he put a couple of 50 odds together, I think, to really kill the match.
First match, and maybe get into it, and everybody's going to play a bad match, and if you can play your bad match and get a win.
I would say this: Romario's a bit like a disease. He infects you, because Romario takes on stuff he shouldn't be doing, and then you get dragged into doing the same stupid things that Romario starts doing, and it's like an affliction. And I think that was partially to blame, but it was a bit more controlled the other night there. But he still needs. I think he still needs to be constructing.
Robbie's a decent player, maybe not quite at Romario's level, but he's a decent player, and he got slaughtered.
Yeah. Those contributions, Robbie just wasn't bringing anything with it when he did have an opportunity, which wasn't that many opportunities he got.
I think SBD Albinario will be very good. Hopefully Interchange X and Matt will be good. Matt's funny because he sometimes plays phenomenal, and other times he plays like a numpty, and whatever Matt shows up. I think Interchange X has been pretty solid. I think Matt's going to have to bring it to beat him. Spectre and Cobra, and Stub, you got to favor Spectre there. I hope Stub's listening. But
Stubbs too busy typing crap. No, he's too busy typing crap in the lobby right now, Steve. You're not reading it. He's too busy typing.
Romario is waiting for the loser of Spectre and
that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
And so Larry's supposed to play Spud Boy now. And let's see. Preacher. Who's Preacher waiting for?
Preacher's just won this afternoon, hasn't he? He just won that match.
He's waiting for Tommy versus Acero. Whoever goes there will get a bye and be playing Preacher.
Yeah.
And we got this German potting machine that went through, and he's playing the winner of Tommy and Acero, which you got to favor Acero there, past champion, and we know he plays really good straight pull. And Wanwa and Mark Shark, I don't know how that goes, but Mark Shark's been playing better. I don't know.
I don't know whether there's any communication between them two either, because one was he's hard to work out. I think if he looks at who he's bound to play next, he might bail out on it. Whether they'll actually play the match at all, I don't know. I have my doubts.
I would think that based on at least on ratings, that he'd give it a go.
We've said it before, they'll say it again, that his ratings look pretty good for straight pool, but see, when it comes to this tournament, he does not impress at all. So I think he's in a fantasy situation where he likes the number of the rating rather than actually being that great at the game. He's not going to go far in this. I can guarantee you that, even if he does play, because the last time I witnessed him, he was not impressive at all for having such a rating, and it did not reflect how he plays at all. What's going on in the chat?
I don't know. I just kick Stub again, or some Stub alias, because shouting in the lobby, he can't ever figure it out.
Oh no, he's only ever got the caps lock button on.
And he says it's stuck on his keyboard, which is the biggest bunch of bullshit.
Well, mine's isn't. My space bar's broken. I've got to bash the space bar to actually get it to space words.
Yeah, you can buy a keyboard for $15, so you know.
I've got a keyboard. It's just that I have to switch between both when I'm actually streaming, because I like to use the old keyboard for my shortcuts and stuff. Right, folks. Thanks for your company. Thanks to Steve for his contributions.
Thanks for the stream.
Thanks for the likes, if you're going to give us any likes. And well, if you're doing nothing tomorrow, like I'm not, then come and join us on the match tomorrow with Acero and whoever it is that's playing, because I've totally forgotten already. But I will be there. Tommy is there, I think. So I'll be there for that, bright and early. Hope you can join us. If you can't, it's on the playlist later today. Steve will be in bed. And so I'll be on my own tomorrow. It should be a good one, though. I'm looking forward to it. And I'll bid you good night. Take care and see you later, folks.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.